Hello guys, and welcome to the next episode of our European tour. In our last video we were camping high up in the Alps at that ski resort. We've come down from the mountain and we're heading towards the coast to the seaside town of Marseille. As we were driving there, we came through this village and noticed there was a river that was really heavily swollen with the recent flood water. So we decided to venture further up the river, and what we found was just absolutely incredible.
With all the recent rain that we've had, there's a serious amount of water coming down from the mountains, and the rivers now are really full. I mean, it's really fast flowing water here. Check this out.
We just pulled the Sprinter into the town car park, and it's incredible the amount of water that's coming down the river here. It looks like it's completely burst its banks. I'll stick a picture up of what it should look like normally. We've had so much heavy rainfall lately, and that combined with melting snow has made the river swell to about 3.5 times its normal flow. The further we got into the town, just the power and the scale of the amount of flow here became more and more evident. This next shot is just absolutely incredible. The water's way above the top of these sluice gates here, really high, 2 or 3 feet up on the local buildings, and you can still see people eating in the restaurant although all this flood water's around them. The water's so high here, I mean you can barely see the arches on the bridge as it's flowing underneath.
This one place is definitely worth a panoramic view. I'll give you a scout around. Check this out. See those little caves up in the side of the cliffs? Look at this for a view.
The cliff face in front of us is the closed end of the valley. That's where the source of the river is. We're going to take a walk up to find it.
Thing you can't convey probably on this phone mic is the noise that this water's creating. It's almost deafening off of these cliff walls. So loud and powerful. Oh, I just cannot describe what this looks like. This is unreal. I can't even hear myself think here. We're surrounded by huge cliff faces. We must be close to the source here. Really calm there, doesn't it? sudden. All hell breaks loose. So we're right at the top of the falls now. There's Lou, he's coming down the cliffs there. And this is the source. And we're just surrounded by cliff face. Nothing further back than this, but you can see the current in the water there, that it's emerging from underground. It looks like the bulk of it's coming from over there. But there's a serious amount of water coming out of these cliff faces.
But to be here now, you just can't believe that in the summer the source of this river runs dry, and underneath that cliff face there is a huge great big cavern, and actually the water level lowers to such where you can just get a little pool, and they've dived in the cave system underground here down to about 300 metres.
You can actually hear the roar of the rapids bouncing off this curved cliff face. Like a huge amphitheatre of sound.
That's one of the huge benefits of having the van. If we see something of interest, we can just go and check it out. And I highly recommend you come and see the Fontaine de Vaucluse, because it's just absolutely incredible. Good morning, guys. Well, you're coming from our hotel room here. Hotel room, you ask? What are we doing in a hotel? Well, it's one of them things when you've lived in a van for a while, you know, you appreciate some of the comforts of life, and we just fancied having a proper bathroom, decent shower. I know Lou wanted to wash your hair, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Definitely.
You can only survive so long in a van without properly washing long hair, so that's a must. Obviously you can see I've had a nice clean shave today, so looking very sharp. But it's just one of those things. We looked on booking.com, we're just outside Marseille, and this hotel came up for €41 for a night for a triple room, which was really a bargain, to be honest. So, and it's got a big car park just outside. I'll show you where the van is, so it's quite safe and secure. So we thought we'd treat ourselves for a night out. I think some of you ladies will appreciate those with longer hair. Having an endless supply of hot water that you can use as much as you like is a nice thing to have.
So there you go, we're at the Arc Hotel. It's right in the middle of the town, so it's quite noisy now, but it wasn't too bad at night. Obviously when the traffic dies down, it's fine. There's the Sprinter parked over there, as you can see. Nice and safe and secure. We're on the balcony of our room here, so we can actually see the van right from the room, which was really handy. So it enabled us to just keep an eye on it. But it was perfectly safe and secure, there's no problems at all. And then actually, just across the way here, that little restaurant there, that's where we had a lovely meal last night. All cooked on a flame grilled barbecue. Lovely steak and chips I had in there last night. I'll show you a picture of that. Yeah, it was absolutely smashing. A couple of glasses of wine, beautiful. So, you know, it's not all about van life. Sometimes you do like to treat yourself a little bit. And of course the other thing I'm going to take full advantage of is charging up all my tech on their free electricity. So I've got my 4-way 3-pin extension lead there plugged into the socket with my hookup adapter. Bit Heath Robinson, but it's working. And I've got my laptop, all my camera batteries, and we've had our phones charging on there as well. It looks like a glorious day out there, blue skies. So we're going to take full advantage of that. Get back in the van and trundle on down to the coast. See, this is the beauty of having your own van with everything in it. We've just driven down to the coast from the hotel, got the kettle on the go, nice cup of tea,
and then we're going to have that with a couple of pan of raisins that we got from a local boulangerie while we sit by the coast watching the waves crashing. One or two surfers out there, a few guys with the old kite surfing a little bit further around. We're going to munch these pastries, drink our cup of tea, and then go for a bit of a wander. We're going to have a walk along the promenade. Leaving Marseille, we head further east along the south coast of France, all the way to Monaco, with an overnight stop just outside Saint Tropez. So this is normally the setup that we'd have inside the van if we're sort of stealth camping. We normally pull these curtains across where the bulkhead would have been. We don't spin the double seat around, and then if I just take you into the cab, you'll see pretty much everything in here looks as if it would normally. There we go. So we don't put the covers on the front either. We just leave the windows open, and we just leave the cab as it would be normally. So visually from the outside, I'll go outside in a second, I'll show you what it looks like from outside. It just looks like the van's just parked up here. You know, we haven't set it up for proper camping. We're really trying not to draw attention to ourselves. So this is generally the look from outside if we're stealth camping. The cab just looks like a normal cab. If we have a quick look inside, yeah, just see like it's normal cab, seats around the normal way. Don't think you can actually see. Let me see if I can come around the front. I might be able. Too many reflections on the window, but it just looks like a normal cab. The curtains are drawn across, you can't see in the back at all. And with these privacy windows on the side, we have the curtains drawn as well, and you can't see anything in the side windows either. So to all intents and purposes, you know, we've just parked the van here and we've gone somewhere else. You know, we're not actually inside it, so it's pretty good in this sort of situation. And just to give you an idea of where we are, we're right by the beach. This is a beach park up. I'll do a Google aerial shot, give you an idea. We're right near the marina as well. This is a free car park at this time of year, so from September through the winter there's no charge for this car park, although there are signs on the entrance to say that there's no motorhomes or caravans allowed. So there's a couple of cars, there's a van there, and I notice as well just over here that red van there, that's definitely somebody camping in that van there. So there is one or two people here possibly stealth camping. But we're in this section here, divided by these boulders, small little car park, and this is for buses. Now, there isn't a sign on the entrance to this little part to say that you can't bring campers in here. And I did notice there was one other camper just here last night when we turned up, and actually an Arctic lorry driver pulled in here and he stayed here last night as well. So I think we're okay, you know, we wasn't bothered. We have seen a couple of police in cars driving around the local area. Nobody came in here and disturbed us, so I think it was quite a good little park up really. So here are the signs for the car park. It does say clearly there, you can see no motorhomes and caravans, so
We are tempting fate a little bit. We're in the bus park here. Again, there's a sign there, it says reserved for buses, so no cars and no caravans. So we're taking a bit of a chance being in here, but as it happened, it all worked out okay. Parking in the south of France is very limited. They discourage motorhomes into the town centres and down near the marinas and beaches. Most of the town centre car parks have got height restrictions of 2 metres, so there's no way we're going to get the Sprinter in there, and you wouldn't get a motorhome in there either. So you do have to look around for park-ups that you can use. This is where obviously the Park for Night apps and all the other apps come into good use. This one obviously we found just by going on Google Maps and finding a car park near the beach. And generally ones without height restrictions, you're okay. You know, if it's out of season and there's nobody else here, I mean everywhere is just literally shut up. There's a couple of restaurants open, but other than that there's nothing here. There's none of the shops and services are open, the beaches are closed. You know, it's very cold, so it's not a summer situation. Anything from November through till March or even September, a lot of places just aren't open. And the other thing that we found is the 1 or 2 campsites that are still open at this time of year are still very expensive. I mean, you'll pay anything from 20 to 30 euros in the south of France to go on a campsite with services. So at 30 euros a night, that is quite expensive. So you do have to sort of look around for these wild camping spots. So if you're looking to come to the south of France and Saint Tropez in the winter time, this is the kind of thing you can expect, to be honest. It's not that cold. I'm pretty hardy. It's 13, 14 degrees. You can see I'm in a t-shirt. I'm on the beach here. It's a little bit breezy. Obviously you can see all the debris on the beach here. You know, they don't bother cleaning the beaches at this time of year. Nobody's going to be out here sunbathing. All of the little shops that are on the beachfront here, all these little places that would normally be teeming with people wanting to do windsurfing and kayaking and whatever, jet skis and the like, they're all shut. The shops and the restaurants, there may be 1 or 2 restaurants open in the evening for the marina, but other than that, all the shops are closed. There's nothing here. It's like a ghost town. So if you're looking to come to the south of France for a nice lively holiday, it's just not going to happen. These places are all very much closed, and you sort of pick and choose what the weather's going to be like yourself. So nice if you like a nice little quiet break with nobody else about, but you won't be doing any sunbathing on these beaches during the winter. Just off the beach here, at the back of all these little shops and that, you can see the Sprinter in the car park there. We did have a little bit of a sea view where we parked up right through the gap in those trees there. There are some services here, there are toilets and that here, but a lot of them are closed. So you do have to be still fairly self-sufficient. There's obviously the beach cleaning tractor. Nobody's going to be using that till the spring next year, I doubt. And just behind those apartments there is the marina. In general, with these free car parks, the one thing that you can't do is sort of set up camp. So you can't put your tables and chairs out and your awning out and things like that. In most of the free car parks, they respect you sleeping there overnight and they don't disturb you, as long as you're really not taking the mickey, you know, and making a campsite out of a car park. So the key is to be respectful, keep it nice and clean and tidy, don't make too obvious that you're camping there, and I think you'll be safe and sound. So we're on the move again today, guys. We're heading further along the south coast of France. We're going to skirt along through Cannes and Nice, and we're on our way to Monaco. We spent a lovely couple of days in Saint Tropez, very, very quiet there. It's so off season. Everything is closed, but nice couple of peaceful days there. Walked around the marina and we went up into the citadel in the town.
and it's only €3 to get into the Citadel, and it was really interesting in there. It told you a lot of the history about Saint Tropez, so it's worth a visit. Now, Monaco is notoriously difficult to get into if you've got a camper van or a motorhome. There are no park-ups in Monaco for motorhomes, and it's going to be very difficult to get anywhere near the town centre. I think I've found some street parking, which is about 2 kilometres away from the main marina, so we're hoping we can head there, park along the side of the road, and then just a short stroll into the main town of Monaco. It's one of those places I've always wanted to go. You know, there's a lot of rich and famous people there. Obviously it's famous for the F1 Grand Prix, which I'm a huge motor fan anyway, so it's one of them places I've always wanted to visit. So hopefully we can get parked up in there somewhere close, and then we can have a look around and show you some of the sights of Monaco.
This is about the only place you'll get to park a motorhome or camper van in Monaco. I'll put the GPS locations of this car park in the description of the video. It's right near the town and right near the main marina.
So here we are, guys, after a bit of an adventurous drive down the mountains into Monaco, we finally arrived. We're right here at the main marina. Some absolutely beautiful boats parked in here. Should I say yachts? Yeah, huge. Really looking forward to having a look around here. Maybe get to walk some of the F1 course. Yeah, fantastic. Spend a few hours and have a good look around, I think. So fortunately, one of the guys that's following us on Instagram has invited us on board his yacht. I think he's working here actually in Monaco, but one of these big yachts here. So we're just going to go and meet the guy now. Well, here we are, guys, on board our yacht in Monaco. No, it's not ours. I mean, really fortunate, I think, that Joe's kindly let us come and have a quick look at this yacht. I can't mention any names for obvious reasons, but it's been a fantastic experience to come on board here, have a quick look around the engine room, which was fascinating for me anyway, so thanks very much, Joe. Yeah, it's been a brilliant experience, really. Come to Monaco and see all these massive yachts here, never get to step on foot of one of them, so yeah, this has been great.
Yeah,
thanks.
You're very welcome, Greg.
Cheers. Thanks.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
And thanks for watching the channel as well. Joe's actually building, or just about to start building, his own van, so he's been following us and kindly gave me a message and see if we was here, could we pop down and say hello. So more than happy to do that. Nice,
cheers, Greg.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers.
So this is where, if you've got a few quid to spare, you want to moor your boat. This is like the Millionaire's Row here. I dread to think what some of these boats cost. I think the budget value is something like 1 million per metre in length, I think they reckon. So there's a couple of quid's worth here. So you can see part of the F1 circuit. It's a very famous corner, this. Cars come round here and dive down before they go into the tunnel heading towards the marina. Perhaps you can mention in the comments below what the name of this corner is. Anyone that knows. So they'll come roaring round this corner, touch this apex, straight over to the far side there, and then enter the tunnel down towards the marina. Outside the Ferrari garage. Nice lovely Testarossa. Bicycles in there, beautiful. Check that out for a lineup. Look at that. F40, F50, Enzo. Another huge cruise ship heads out of the port of Monaco. Just as the Christmas winter market gets underway.
We've been to some lovely cities, but I must say seeing Monaco at night all lit up and the Christmas fair on in the harbour is really beautiful. I'm sure as the sun goes down even more, the lights will come out even brighter. What a fantastic view from the palace up here. I know it was a little bit tricky navigating those streets and getting parked up here, but I tell you what, it's so worth it. It's just beautiful. Look at the palace at night there, all lit up. So we've got a bit of a special announcement to make. A lot of you watch our channel, no doubt will also watch Gadget John on tour, John and Mandy. Now they've just recently sold their house to move into their van full time, and they've just been travelling for the last few days saying goodbye to their relatives, and they've actually got their Channel tunnel crossing tomorrow. They're coming over to Europe. So we thought it'd be an absolutely fantastic idea to meet up with them and to spend a few weeks touring around with those guys. Obviously they've been on holiday in their van before, so it's not really new to them, but they've never lived in it full time and travelled full time. So it'll be interesting to catch up with them guys, spend a bit of time together, be a little bit of a different dynamic with the two couples living in two vans. So hopefully that'll bring a little bit of extra content for you guys as well. So we've got a couple of days to get back to the south of France. That gives Mandy and John a couple of days to drive down through France, and then we're going to meet up somewhere on the south coast the day before New Year's, and we'll be able to celebrate New Year's together, which will be really nice. So that's something really exciting to look forward to. We're both really pleased that they've come out and met us, and we're really looking forward to spending some time with them. Make sure that you're subscribed to both channels, because we'll be putting out regular content on both John's channel and my channel of all of our travels together. So if we're not putting a video out on our channel, you'll probably find there's a video on John's channel, and you'll catch both of us on both of those channels. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss any of the forthcoming videos.